In a major shift in regional power dynamics as well as trade dynamics, India has officially imposed new restrictions on imports from Bangladesh. While the official reasoning centers around fairness and reciprocity, the deeper story reveals a mix of economic pushback, geopolitical signaling, and mounting diplomatic tensions. Today, we decode what these restrictions mean and how they impact the Bangladeshi economy and what this move signals for the future of India Bangladesh trade relations. Chapter 1. The new import restriction. The government of India has implemented several targeting restrictions. Ready made garments, RMG, Bangladesh's largest export to India, garments worth over $700 million a year, will now be allowed through only two seaports, Kolkata and Nava Sheva. This is a massive blow considering that 93% of RMG shipments previously came through land ports, especially in northeast India. These routes are now shut down. Consumer goods affected. India has now barred multiple Bangladeshi goods from entering through 11 land customs stations in West Bengal and the northeast, including processed foods, carbonated and fruit flavored drinks, cotton waste, PVC and plastic goods, dyes, granules, and wooden furniture. What's not affected? Essential goods like fish, edible oil, LPG, and crushed stone are exempted. These new restrictions apply to specific ports and transit points. Not all imports across the board, but their economic impact will be deep. Chapter 2. India's reasoning. India justifies this measure on the grounds of fairness and reciprocity. Why? Because for years Bangladesh has imposed its own barriers on Indian exports, especially through land borders connected to northeastern states. Indian exports have complained that they face more delays, higher duties, post restrictions, and regulatory blockades. So, India now is framed as mirror response, a leveling of playing field. But there's more. Chapter 3. Political context and diplomatic signaling. The, this trade doesn't exist in a vacuum. It comes from political upheaval in Bangladesh. After former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's removal, interim government leader Muhammad Yunus made several controversial remarks, including references to India's northeastern regions that were viewed in New Delhi as inflammatory. These remarks, along with signals of shifting foreign alignments in Dhaka, have cooled diplomatic warmth between two nations. India's import curbs may be both an economic defense and a geopolitical message. Chapter 4. Impact on Bangladesh. This move is expected to hit Bangladesh hard, particularly the garments industry, a pillar of Bangladesh's economy. The loss of Indian land ports increases transportation costs, delays, and dependency on maritime logistics. Smaller exporters may lose access entirely. Rural and border economics. Cross border traders in Rangpur, Sylhet, and Khulna face disruption. Land based trading hubs may shrink or shut down. Consumer good manufacturers, companies selling processed foods, drinks, and furniture to Indian markets now face uncertainty and reduced demand. It's a strategic pitch, targeted but powerful. Chapter 5. What could Bangladesh do next? What are the options left in the hands of Dhaka? Diplomatic negotiations. A direct diplomatic push to normalize trade and lift restrictions, likely requiring policy changes on their own land ports. Diversification. Bangladesh could pivot to Southeast Asia, Europe, or Middle Eastern markets, but this takes time and infrastructure. Reciprocal measures. A tit for tat response is possible but risky. It could escalate tensions and damage long term economic interests. The ideal path? Dialogue. But will both sides be willing? That's the question. This clash reveals the fragility of South Asian economic integration. Despite cultural and historical closeness, trade relations are vulnerable to political turbulence and uneven power equations. India's message is clear: if you want full access to our markets, open yours too. And for the region, the risk is a fragmentation of cooperation frameworks like SARC and BIMSTEC. At the time when China's influence looms large across South Asia. Trade should unite, not divide. But when fairness is in question, politics intervenes. Even the strongest partnerships face pressure. India's new import restrictions may just be a policy on paper, but their consequences are very real for factories in Dhaka, traders in Tripura, and for the future of South Asian cooperation. Will cooler heads prevail, or are we entering a new era of trade nationalism? Let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more updates on South Asian geopolitics and trade strategies.